Hey guys, 011 here again. I'm here with a little video for you. Hopefully it won't be too long. This is mostly a show and tell. I'm going to be showing you three things. The first is going to be this building here. This is an automatic stone generator and it doesn't break, which is kind of nice. The other thing that I'm going to be showing you is the village that I made. And then the third thing is the farm, completely automated. Alright, so to get started, the way this works, I made most of this glass, you can see all of it. The stone is actually going to be made up here. Let me go inside real quick so you have a better view. Alright. So inside these dispensers here is water. The water will flow down and then under. And then as you can see from over here, it'll flow all the way under until it hits these pistons here. What is in these dispensers all down this line is lava. Now the way that this whole thing works is I'm turning on and off the dispensers with the lava, and I have the water over here in dispensers just so I can turn them off if I choose to, but the circuitry here actually does nothing with the water. This right here is a set of two pistons. This is what will grab the stone that's made, pull it back, and then push it down. So your bottom row is going to be sticky pistons, your top row is going to be regular pistons, and they are going to be offset. So this one right here will get a repeater with one tick, or in the first position. This one right here is a repeater and it is in the third position. This is very important. If you do it on one or two up here, it will not work and the whole thing is just going to be broken. Okay. Now, the way that I control when the stone gets pulled through or not, because, well, okay, let me explain this first. I built one going off of a lot of different tutorials on YouTube, and I found that a lot of the times the lava, like, it doesn't fall at the same rate every single time. Sometimes it'll fall faster, and then it'll drop down and turn cobblestone underneath these dispensers, which then breaks the whole thing, and you have to stop it, and you have to clear out the cobblestone. It was just a pain in the ass. So what I did is I made this up so that way it'll control the lava, it'll turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, so you never have, it'll always fall at the same rate every single time. And because you're turning it off every single time, it resets every time, and that's what makes everything work. This entire thing is controlled by a single button, so that's right here. It is it'll push these out automatically. Your stone is going to be pushed down through here. This is just a wall of pistons. It's pretty easy to make. This is going to be your block detector. So as soon as you hit a block, I can actually show you. Where's stone? Really? Oh, there we go. Okay. So as soon as a block gets down here, the entire wall will push out. And then that's how it clears the space to get the next one. This right here goes into this repeater here, which then feeds through here using the slabs for vertical transfer up to the top one here. So where you put these with your 5 rows of pistons, you have one block of stone at the very bottom up against the bottom one, then you go up onto the third one and you go up onto the fifth one. And it's very important that you have this repeater here. If you don't, then these lines will only push out one piston. You put the repeater there, it pushes out 2. Why it does that, I don't know, but it does. Okay, so then it'll push out this way, and then because pistons can only push so far, I measured how far it will push, and it will actually push here. Let's get it started real quick. And then what's going to happen is once it pushes out all the way to the end, it'll go like that, and then in here it'll send a signal that stops it. I don't know if you can tell, but the clicking stopped. So it's an automatic stopping, and then you just start it with one click, and then when you're done you can just mine everything. In here is the mechanism for this. So block detector goes through here, and this is a pulse lengthener, so it makes it a little bit longer. You take your input, put it into 3 redstone, put it into 3 repeaters, set each repeater to 3 different settings, and then you run them all together again, and then instead of having a really quick pulse, you have a longer pulse. Alright, so now let's take a look at what actually makes it work. Most of this you should recognize. This is pretty basic stuff. This is a T flip-flop using droppers and one of those guys, a hopper, and then these 6 blocks right here is pretty much the entire thing. So then this comes out of the top one, and then you hit this bottom one here, and then it'll send whatever is in here. There's only one item in there. It'll send it this way, which then shoots it back up in here, which pulls it back down. That's how the whole thing works. Alright, now this, there's a guy made this thing. Forgot his name. Anyways, goes into here. This is just to control this. This will normally run by itself. So you've got 2 hoppers facing each other. There are 3 pieces of items in there. That is all you need. You do not need any more than that. I started up with 16 just to get the timing right, and then when I got it down as fast as I could get it, it was only 3 items. So then you've got your what are those things? Comparator. There you go. Comparator's coming out of here, goes up onto the block. Block controls these pistons. These are sticky pistons, which then moves this redstone block back and forth, which shuts off one hopper or the other. So then by taking this T flip-flop and putting it in here on this block, I'm actually locking it in place, which acts as a start and stop. So as soon as this turns off, then this is free to do whatever it does. And yeah, alright, next part. The output for this little timer here is going to go through here. This is a pulse generator. You take a sticky piston, you run a signal through it. It'll go through the block up here, sending out a very, very, very quick pulse here. But then at the same time it raises this up, which then ends it, which is what makes the pulse. This is a pulse lengthener. You only need 2 settings. That's all you need. And then it goes up onto here. Now this is the important part, which actually makes everything work. What we needed was 2 signals going into the lava to turn it on and then turn it off, and then a 3rd signal that goes over here to these pistons and then makes those work, so that way pushes it down, and then it just repeats. So this timing is pretty much exactly what you need, based on the falling rates of the lava. If you have 4 repeaters set at the full 4 ticks for each one, then you are guaranteed to get a stone on every single lava if it goes fast or slow or whatever. So your first one is going to go through here to turn on the lava, so then the lava will come out. Then it'll wait 16 ticks, and it'll go back up onto here, and it'll turn the lava off. And then this right here, I'm sure you can shorten this delay if you wanted to. I left it at 4, and then this just pulls back up onto here. These right here need to be inverted, so that's what this redstone torch is for. So then that's just what does the process. So it's a single pulse, goes through here once, goes through here twice, and it goes over onto here, and it just repeats. That's all it is. So like I said, not too in-depth. It's not a full tutorial, but I think with this you have enough to go and build whatever you want to build. Alright, now next part, village. So this is a nice little village that I made, a bunch of little apartments. Nothing really too special about it. I don't know how many doors are on here, but there are 3, 6, 9. I don't know. There's a lot. So there are 5 apartments, or 4 apartments, sorry, on the outside. There are 2 apartments on the inside. So you've got 8 here, and then you got 12, and then you've got another 8, another 12, so that's 24. So there are 48 apartments here. Each of these has 2 sets of double doors, so 48 times 4 is what, 121? I don't know. It's over 100 doors, so you can easily sustain a very, very, very large villager population here. So that's really all it is. I've got a couple of golems running around, and then these guys are just doing their thing, so it's pretty cool. There are ways in on each side, so you had the steps over there, you've got the steps over here. There's a golem. And you've got the steps over here, and I think the other golem is inside. Maybe. Yep, there he is. So yeah, bunch of golems. These middle hallways are actually big enough to let the golems through so they can walk inside outside as they please. Alright, now for the farm. So this farm is circular. It is divided into 4 different quadrants. You've got this one, this one, this one, and then this one. Each of these quadrants are blocked off from each other and they each do a different thing. So this right here is a carrot farm. This one, wheat, and potatoes. I've made it so that way we can drop into each one. This guy obviously is not doing his job. I might have to replace him soon. I don't know. Oh, maybe he is doing his job. He's just really slow about it. Alright, so now the way that this works is each of these acts as a house. What is he doing there? Oh, I get it. They're having babies up here, so that's why I'm keep getting extra villagers. So the only villagers that will actually farm anything are the ones that are completely brown with no hammock or no smocks or anything like that. So brown, this one right here is a blacksmith or something, or an armor smith, that's why he's got the black. So yeah, what happens is they'll go in here, they'll stand on here. Now this hopper, I'm not sure if it actually pulls from the villagers, but I just put it there anyways. This villager here in the middle, the villagers that come into their little houses will actually throw food to this guy, and then the hopper below him will pull the food and then push it down. So there are 4 different houses. They're very, very small houses. So there's one, if I can get down here, there we go. So there's a house here, and it's the same for all of them. Alright, now what I have this working on is it just drops everything down. So, do I have one of these open? Does not look like it. Okay. So we will go, oh, not that one. There we go. Okay. So all this is each of these 4 outer ones go to each of the 4 houses. This middle one is for the villager that sits in the middle. It goes onto a dropper that's facing down. Now, you've got a comparator that comes out of the dropper. So you got one signal over here, goes over here, becomes 15 or however long. And then as soon as this signal goes through here, it goes into here, shuts off the comparator. And then at the same time, it also sends a signal through here, activating the dropper. So then this turns off, which then stops the signal through here. And as long as there's something in here, it'll keep clicking until it's empty. So that's kind of a cool little circuit that I found out. I'm sure someone else has come up with it too. But it's what I use. It's pretty useful. Alright. Fill that in. Okay. So there we go. We've got the automatic stone farm, village, and the automatic farm. Hope you enjoyed my little tutorial. And yeah. Have a nice day.